Welcome back to the Somerville and Brewcast, the official podcast of the Somerville and Brew Alliance, located here in beer-soaked Somerville, Massachusetts, just outside of Boston. I'm Jason Ng.
And I am Alex Rogers.
And today we have a special guest. He's kind of very special on multiple levels. That's why we have him on the show today.
It already feels like you're digging yourself in a hole.
I was about to. Yeah, I know. He's like a beer-disabled person. I don't know how to say that.
This is how smooth it always goes. This is just exactly it.
Yeah, welcome to the show, buddy.
I was going to say I was so disappointed I didn't have time to prepare. And now I feel much more at home.
Perfect. Ben Spalter, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome, thanks, guys. Thanks for trusting me.
Yeah. So the reason that we have you on here today is because we have in front of us a large collection of gluten-free beers. Something that we have not tried in a very long time. Like, I've had a gluten-free beer in the past, just generally.
I had Celia by Ipswich, and I think I threw it away.
Is that a beer name, or is that
I think it's a shitty take on
not celiacs.
It's celiac without the C at the end.
But you didn't have celiacs, you had celia.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Point of clarification.
We were drinking celiacs.
So I think our main plan here is that me and Alex have drank a lot of beer before, and then also not had gluten-free beer.
Correct.
And our guest Ben has had beer before, and then has not drank it because you can't eat gluten
because
anymore.
I'm intolerant, but mostly just about beer.
Intolerant about beer. So now you have a chance to drink a whole lot of beer with us, and then also tell us what you think of it, and then we can contrast what we think of it.
I mean, honestly,
I think it's going to be an interesting
That's
episode.
pretty much what we do here. We just drink
beer and then talk about it.
And hope that people listen.
And then planned out.
While ridiculing each other.
A few moms out in, I think, the greater Chicagoland area listen to it, and that's about it.
They're all frozen out there.
It's
like
your
negative 50-degree weather. Yeah, no one there is alive anymore. We're just talking to ourselves.
Except for that one kid in college who still wears like gym shorts outside.
Oh yeah, it's a tough time to be in all sorts all the time, guy. They probably just like frozen like the day after tomorrow in the middle of the streets.
Yep, and some like gym sandal things with socks on,
flopping it up.
Yeah, maybe some Birks if they're a higher class hippie. Yeah. So we have 6 beers here. We normally have 3 to 4. I think we're going to drink a lot today, and these are all ones that I haven't even heard of. I've heard of one. Glutenberg is a fairly big beer company. I was gonna get an Omission too because there's a lot of those out, but these all seemed a lot more interesting because Omission's everywhere.
Some of the big beer manufacturers are actually getting into the gluten-free game. I want to say, like I said earlier, Ipswich is making them with Celia.
Oh, really?
And I want to say New Belgium was making one. So there are definitely a few out there.
Gotcha. You know what we should have done is researched how you make gluten-free beer.
I probably also should have said all of that directly into the mic instead of leaning away from my mic.
Hey, why don't you pay attention?
I need something to wrap around my head because I avoid the microphone at all costs for some reason.
Sorry.
One thing that we can talk about is how in the ingredients here, where some of them have even nutritional facts on the back, which is great. Some of them say that they're made with oats and rice and some other things instead of malted barley and wheat. So hopefully, if you're a gluten-free beer and you're trying to kind of sell that fact, you would put it on your label. Wow. And that can go to our packaging rating for these beers.
You know what I like?
A lot of these, it would be obvious that all of them look like regular beers, right? Some of them have very large gluten-free labels on them, or I guess icons, but we could talk about that.
But you know what I
too.
like for the health-conscious person? They've done their nutrition facts. And every single bottle or can, no matter how big it is, the serving size is 1 can.
That's actually pretty good.
Whether it's a
12
ounce,
ounce, 16 ounce,
doesn't matter. 1 serving.
Yeah.
So The dumb question that will come up is you're hearing it more and more often with gluten-free becoming an issue with people having celiac disease. What is gluten? Yeah, right on the spot, huh?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking the guy who can't. Are you so intolerant?
Yeah, I literally said I did no preparations for this day. Just because I have a problem doesn't mean I know where it comes from.
You're so intolerant, you refuse to know what it is.
Exactly.
From what I've read.
I'm intolerant and I'm in denial. These are two parallel paths that I walk down every single day.
That's fair.
When did you find that you couldn't have gluten? Like, how old were you?
26, 27.
Okay, so you were well into your drinking age.
I was well into having consumed much burr. Much burr. And
so
then
all through college.
Oh yeah.
Just
all after
chugging.
College.
And you're just I am miserable.
Yeah, well, it's like your hangovers are like 10 times worse than everyone else.
It was like a 36-hour hangover sort of thing. And then I started figuring out that this gluten thing is allergy-based for me anyways.
Yeah.
So as I figured out allergies, I realized how bad beer was for me as other things started to get better. So then I was like, as much as I love beer, there are now other things in the world I can drink because I'm no longer a poor college student. So there's hard liquors, there's better wines. So
Gotcha.
I started to do that thing. And then Vermont has this whole craft cider deliciousness that was kind of helpful in that transition.
Oh, got it.
And I kind of gave up on beer because there was only one beer. But basically, I only ever saw Omission, and it was average.
I think it gets down to that John Mulaney joke where he's talking about no longer drinking but goes to parties and no one knows what to give him. So I got an old radish. Is that good? Yeah. I can see that happening. Part you're gluten free. We have water.
Yeah, literally.
Gluten in water.
Since this is a Boston area based podcast. Every time I go to Aeronaut,
whoa, we're all over the country, man. I don't know if you knew.
Boston based, I said. Boston based, not Boston exclusive.
You're actually Somerville only.
Literally Somerville. Yeah.
It's location based on if you can listen to this podcast.
We have one satellite office here in Somerville.
A great happening establishment now is the Aeronaut Brewery, is it not? Great place for a gathering of friends, but all they have is beer. And if you can't drink beer, you can have the flavored water they have in the corner.
There you go.
So I've started
sounds good.
I've started to do what my friends call bargain shopping, where you bring in a little handle of something and you put it in your flavored water.
Well, that's smart.
Yeah, that's perfect. I wonder if you brought your own alcohol into Aeronaut and you said that you were...
Oh, there's no way.
There's absolutely no way because I tried that.
Stop thinking like a lawyer. Do you mind if I chug this hard liquor in your establishment and get towed up?
With your approval? Thank you.
I'm going to need you to sign off on this.
All right, so we do have a question. All right. Say you're at our favorite restaurant, Frank's, and we're having 14 martinis, whatever.
Collectively.
Yeah.
Okay.
How would you feel the day after versus having a whole bunch of normal beer?
I would feel much worse having beer, without question.
Would it be a multiple day deal where you're just feeling crappy versus just being regular hungover?
It would be probably a full day versus waking up with light sensitivity only. That's basically the difference.
So gotcha. That's still somewhat admirable because it's still you're having alcohol and it's a hangover. I get that exact same thing from having a milkshake. So
what the hell is wrong with you?
I'm lactose intolerant. My intolerance.
Wow, this is the most intolerant room I've ever been in.
Yeah,
Jason, what you got?
I hate other races.
Whoa. I knew he was going there. I just couldn't stop it.
You set things in motion and it just keeps going.
Yeah, says the Asian American in the room. Okay, so let's jump into some beers, right? Because we have a lot of them. Yes, actually, before we do that, we're going to do something that we always forget about, which is talking about our rating system. I'm going to read it real quick.
Yep. You sure are. You have it. Yep.
Oh, I got it. I
was like, oh shit.
So you
have a standardized rating system?
Oh yeah, a 5-point test, and we're going to be rating these later. Okay. And an app coming.
Okay.
So packaging, smell, taste, creativity, and the intangibles. So we'll talk about packaging first. What makes you take this beer or cider off the shelf at your local store? Is it the creative design that catches you from a mile away, or is it the simplicity of it that makes it stand out from all the others on the shelf? Then you have smell. That's pretty obvious. Does it have a distinct aroma, a huge floral note, or does it smell like nothing, or does it smell like trash? That's how you rate one. Oh yeah, we've had a couple that
trash
smell
beers?
really weird.
Oh, we've had some
trash beers.
But do they taste good?
Oh no.
Some of them tasted okay.
I'm thinking
it tasted
explicitly
strange.
of Roxy. Remember Roxy?
Yeah.
Incredible can design.
So weird.
And it smelled like burnt
horrible.
hair.
Well, what city was it from?
Here?
I don't want to.
Because that can make a difference.
I don't want to say.
If it's from like Tulsa,
yeah. Taste is the big one though. So these are weighted categories. Taste is the big one. You may look great and smell fantastic, but if you aren't delivering on the actual taste, you're undoing all of your hard work spent crafting an enticing brew. Then you have creativity. Everyone loves, a catchy name. Or a cool different flavor no one's made before. And then last you have intangibles. So if this is something that is really close to your heart, is this a brand that you really like, or I don't know, do you associate it with long walks on the beach with your wife or something?
normally this would be the X factor.
The X factor is
extra.
It's the G factor.
Extra credit.
It's just extra credit.
It used to be the extra
This is a
mile.
hot topic. Extra mile. That's right. That's what I said.
And then,
can you go back and edit that?
Changed. Oh yeah. Well, okay. We'll go back to extra mile. Anyways, those are the 5 categories. That's what we're thinking about when we're tasting these beers. Okay.
Packaging smell.
I do love that you paraphrase a lot of these, but you will go word for word on taste because you're so happy with it. You're so happy with it.
I don't know if I wrote that or not. I think you might have written it.
Oh yeah, I wrote it.
I'm pretty sure that was your copy.
I take pleasure in seeing your delight each time in reading it because you laser focus on taste.
It sounds good. It sounds good.
It's just full of legalese.
All right, let's go from left to right. You can start off. I got a beer opener over here. All right, so what's this first one?
It's hard for you, huh?
So first up, we have New Grist gluten-free Pilsner.
Name? Hate it.
Yeah. It just says Pilsner on it.
Grist?
New Grist?
New Grist. It sounds like nougat
It's not that old
and
grist.
gristly at the same time.
Yeah, so this is by Lakefront
Two
Brewery.
things you hate.
Yeah. Sorry, what?
No one
by
likes a
Lakefront.
gristly nougat.
No! By design, nougat should be smooth and airy.
That's
Does
true.
pour nice and light.
All right, for the packaging, I think this is one. First of all, it's a regular bottle with a yellow label. There's no way that I would be able to tell that this is gluten-free. And I feel like that's an important part of a gluten-free beer, is to just kind of shout out there that it's gluten-free. Yes, it says it at the top in big letters.
Well, yeah. Only legally, though, do they have to do that. If you take that out of the equation, it just looks like any other beer.
It doesn't catch me.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know.
It's kind of like when on The Office where Ryan's he labels things kosher and you got that certified? He's like, no, it's it's cool, it's kosher.
All right, this looks like water.
I was gonna say Miller High Life.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
It smells like cider to me,
but like a beery cider.
Yeah.
I'm gonna smell this guy and drink it.
It tastes like a beery cider to me.
Yeah.
It's really sweet, right?
Yeah. It doesn't taste like beer to me.
I get a little bit of the hop, but not much.
No.
Do you remember what beer tastes like to you?
I God damn it! Get out of your own studio.
When was the last time you had a beer? Do you drink beer sometimes just because you're like, oh man, I really need a beer? Or...
The last time I had a beer was the morning of my wedding.
Really?
Because I went on a little hike and they forced me to drink some beer.
I was gonna say, you're playing life risky, man.
Well, I gotta get up in front of hundreds of people.
I was
say
already
some
I'm
stuff,
completely intolerant to
not
gluten.
poop my pants.
But it was, it was Berkshire Brewing, which is traditionally one of my favorites from when I lived out there.
Gotcha.
So it had that extra mile factor going for it.
Okay.
But, no, it's good. But that's probably the last time.
Getting back to the beer, I don't hate this beer, but it's super light and very sweet.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, it doesn't taste like a Pilsner at all.
Can you call this beer?
I don't...
Like, honestly?
Yeah, sure.
Taste alone?
Taste alone, I would say.
If you were to close your eyes and somebody said, "What is this?"
This was a cider.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because it's so sweet and
it looks like
a very
drugstore champagne
cider.
Almost.
It almost tastes like the one they make over at oh god, why am I blanking on their name?
Around here? Around the world? I don't. Are we local? I'm confused.
It tastes like the one
the
they make
corner?
at Bantam, the hop one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So a little
Except for that Bantam one tastes
cider beers.
more hoppy.
Yeah, I think so too.
It does. I think it does.
Anyways, you know how I feel about New Grizzly.
Yeah, it's just really sweet.
It's a bear of a cider right there. New Grizzly.
But I was thirsty, so
it is a beer that feels like it would be good for you, but it's really not. It's just as bad as any other beer. It just doesn't have gluten.
Now here I am shitting on it, but is there more?
There is.
I just haven't been able to drink.
There? What % alcohol is it?
Same as O'Doul's.
Maybe they have to put serving size, but not alcohol.
I did see on the side in very small lettering at the top left the GF that says that it's like certified gluten-free. Mm-hmm. Small.
This is from Milwaukee, by the way. I have. Do you see? I see nothing about alcohol content.
Yeah, usually it's fairly
45% alcohol.
That's why it's so sweet. I don't.
All right.
Interesting.
Maybe we can look it up later.
Bold call. It's going to end up being non-alcoholic is what's going to happen.
Oh my god.
Because that does taste like that O'Doul's non-alcoholic. At Jason's wedding, we ordered every beer on the menu and just went through them, and O'Doul's was on there, so I got to finally taste that.
I believe this is kosher.
Oh, it does have the kosher symbol.
Well, that's good.
Everything but alcohol.
Everything but
just sugar water.
All right, let's move on to the next beer. We got another bottle here.
I mean, I don't want it to go to waste.
Well, we can always taste some later.
Shit.
You're going to have to compare some.
Shit.
Well, now you got to chug it. Now you got to chug it. You can't put it back in the bottle.
So next up, we have from Anheuser-Busch. This is Red Bridge.
Better name.
A gluten-free sorghum beer.
I don't know what that means. I wish I looked that up.
This one had sorghum.
This also, the last one, New Gristol,
I think
also
it's
had
just
sorghum.
sugar, right?
Sorghum is like an alternative grain.
Gotcha. As you may notice, I know nothing.
I did notice that, but I wasn't. Not even about beer.
Just a very confident. Yeah, exactly.
So you know nothing about lots of
things. It makes
things.
it seem like we're on the same page.
Red Bridge.
Yeah, so this is Red Bridge. Just pouring it, it pours a little bit more amber than the other.
What's it say on there? Anything good?
I'm now obsessed with this concept that all of these are alcohol free because this one also doesn't list.
This is made by Anheuser-Busch in St. Louis, Missouri. Gluten-free sorghum beer made without wheat or barley. And really, does it not say anything about alcohol? Oh, alcohol content not more than 3.2% by weight. So
that means nothing.
This is a session beer.
It says not more than that, which means it could be 0.
That is true.
We're capping our alcohol content.
I don't think you would readily see that this is gluten-free, even though it does say it like right underneath Red Bridge. So
I wonder if it's hard to drive
I think it's pretty
alcohol
good
content in these beers because what are they fermenting on? You know?
Yeah, no,
sugar.
I think.
Oh yeah, but sugar would interacting with basically nothing.
Fermented
see, that's me
sorghum.
Hip and you conceding. See, I know nothing about that.
Fair.
Sorghum, corn syrup, hops, and yeast. I don't know. Let's try this back. So, well, I do like Red Bridge. That's it. It's just like a red barn-looking bridge on the front.
That's Anheuser-Busch for you.
Why on earth is this on the front of a gluten-free beer? I don't get it. I don't know.
Because Americana.
Yeah.
Anheuser-Busch.
Because America.
They are the beer of America.
All right,
this is their response to Bill's Too Hearted in my mind.
This smells...
The everyman beer for the man that can't have beer.
Therefore, he is not a man unless he has a red bridge in his hand.
I can't tell if this is...
This smells more like beer.
It's like an amber beer. It looks like a normal beer compared to New Grist that we just had.
Right.
New Gristly. You make the greatest drinking sounds on this podcast ever.
I've actually been taking those out and selling them on the black market.
Did you hear that? Do it again. It's so good.
It's so weird. Everything you do projects. I have to get like up on my microphone and get anything in there. But like you'll be like 10 feet away drinking. It's like
I can't help it. I like this beer.
It's better.
Again, super light. You could crush so many of these.
Well, yeah, it's up to 3.2% alcohol. You better crush them.
I would have a hard time telling the difference between this and like another light lager, like a Bud Light or even like a Michelob.
I might prefer this to Bud Light only because it's not trying to be a light beer.
I might prefer this to Mich Ultra.
Yeah.
Like Mich Ultra, I would put some ice cubes in and
a little
enjoy it on the an umbrella. Enjoy it outside on the porch.
Rocks, please.
This guy, a little bit better. Still on the sweet side.
On the sweet, but I think so. I think that's this sorghum.
Yeah, that corn syrupy fermented stuff that they're using.
Like going to the food world that I like a little bit.
But it's definitely not as syrupy sweet as New Grist was. It just tasted like a cider. Yeah. This one definitely tastes like a beer.
Pilsner stuff.
Not bad.
Sorry.
All right, let's try the next one. We're going through these pretty quick, but
0% alcohol. It doesn't matter. But now this next one is the Glutenberg IPA, which lists 6%.
So a more substantial beer here. Very
big
stylish gluten-free logos on it too, and not just the GF, which we're always on here anyway.
I will say that it's only words, but it's still pretty.
I like the can.
Nice for it's like a design.
Yeah, it's very printing press forward, just like Johannes Glutenberg would have wanted. The inventor of gluten.
Yeah, no, it's so weird that.
Yeah, he did both. He was very talented.
Johannes Gluten.
Look, that even has some head.
Johannes Gluten said that he was going to make bread that would kill people in Germany. I think that's the history of gluten. I have no idea. So, again, I did no research.
World War II?
Yes.
So even though this doesn't say that it's gluten-free, you know that in huge letters across the top it says gluten, so it's got to be...
It's got to be gluten affected.
Yeah, it says gluten-free right there at the very top.
But in the name.
Yeah, in the name, it's kind of a
counterintuitive name because literally that translation is that it's Gluten City.
Yeah,
right?
where gluten lives.
Gluten City IPA. Gluten-free Gluten City.
So these guys, I think, are trying to put in a whole lot more stuff so that they can get more fermentables out of it. So it's not just your fructose corn syrup / sorghum. This is Malay, buckwheat, corn, black rice, candy syrup, and corn maltodextrin.
Oh, it smells so much better.
Okay.
It pours really hazy. I think I wasn't expecting that after the first two were very clear. Especially New Grist was like...
Yeah.
Again, cider. I keep harping on that. But this looks like an actual hazy IPA.
It's great. If I look through it, I can't see you.
Ooh, it smells weird.
Good weird.
I don't know what type of thing this smells like.
It smells like buckwheat, actually, to me. I'm not even joking.
There may be a good reason for that. I'm tasting it. All right, that tastes like a beer.
It tastes like beer.
It's so weird.
It's
3 in. It tastes like a beer.
I mean, it still tastes kind of sweet at the end, but at least it has some variety.
Yeah. It's kind of strange how you have that, like, a more carbohydrate type of deal taste to it, like sugary sweetness, but no gluten. I don't know. I think that's strange.
I think the smell throws me off because I like the taste. It tastes just like an IPA.
I think it tastes like a session IPA, like a session beer.
Yeah.
Because it's nice still on the lighter side.
Yeah. But it's like...
So is that what?
It smells 6%? Still funky.
Yeah, 6%. So this is pretty decent.
It's got millet. Millet is what they're using instead of wheat.
Well, they got all that other stuff in there too. It's got to help, right?
Oh, I know. Based on what we're tasting, yes.
It's got to add to that smell.
Wow, it's from Montreal. Who knew?
Not bad. They do have a bunch of other Glutenbergs, the place that I was at. So I went to Total Wine for all of these, and they have like a little mix and match section so you can buy them by the beer. And there was an entire section just for gluten-free stuff. So they had, I would say, about like 12 gluten-free beers there that you could get. Yeah, it was pretty good.
And not like 12 bottles of the same beer.
Not 12 bottles of the same beer.
Different choices.
12 omissions and gluten.
Yeah, so I think they had like 3 omissions. They had like a red ale, I think some sort of Pilsner ale, and then this was the IPA.
Omission's such an unfortunate name, too. It's like left out.
Yeah. But I mean...
I get it.
You feel left out. I get the branding. This just seems very unfortunate.
I'm gonna name my own beer brand Pariah.
Yeah, mine's gonna be Sad Bastard Brewing.
Not to be confused with Arrogant Bastard.
Yes.
This is just sad.
Same branding. I've actually taken all their logos and just drawn a sad face on them.
Yeah.
There you go. Coming.
I just
like
put a
Sharpie
sticker on top of it. Yeah, or
on their
just
bottle.
draw it.
You don't have to put too much effort into it. You're sad.
It's
Basically,
art.
they're brewing my beer for me, so I'm just putting stickers on their bottles.
All right,
I
so
feel like
far
we've
I
made
like
good
this
progress.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're improving.
Glutenberg IPA.
I hope this next one is better. The reason is because I think this one actually looks like a craft beer compared to the other ones. So the first two I feel like have very like processed labels. Glutenberg looks like it looks like a craft beer that's more, I don't know, like mass produced. This one is like a tall boy can with a big sticker on it. It looks like, this could be your craft beer.
Like, yeah, I feel like it's trying to be like 50s and 60s rock look.
Yeah, a little bit with the logo. All right, next beer, 100% gluten-free craft beer. This one I feel like has the biggest gluten-free
Point of
thing on
order.
it. Yeah.
Is this the first beer we've seen that says 100% gluten-free?
Oh yeah, that's right. Some of them do have gluten.
So I was looking at them because some of them are like gluten reduced or whatever,
that's the thing they try to
or
say,
low gluten. I tried to pick ones that
this is
were
certified.
gluten-free.
Yeah, they're all certified. Okay, never mind.
So the notes on this one, it says 100% gluten-free craft beer. The Pacific Northwest is home to the highest quality hops in the world. Kind of bold claim. We put them to work in our IPA number 5, an aromatic and flavor-filled hop-forward beer with generous late kettle and dry hop additions. This modern IPA is bursting with citrus aroma with hints of tropical and stone fruit flavor. So it's crafted in a dedicated gluten-free brewery.
Otherwise, it would only be 99% gluten-free.
Yeah. I wonder what all those other ones are. Well, I mean, Anheuser-Busch doesn't have its own building just for the
they're certified.
Redbridge.
If they're certified, they almost have to. Otherwise, they can get in some trouble if somebody gets sick.
They have to meet some sort of standard, I guess. But
I mean, I don't know. It's
gluten-free
Anheuser-Busch.
facility.
Are you going to finish that?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, please finish your gluten-free beer, Jason.
I'm so sensitive on my palate. I'm going to combine beers now.
Asshole.
I wanted separate glasses.
Yeah, well,
We have a lot of glasses, though. All right. This one, first of all, the package looks great. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Certified gluten-free on the side.
You know it's good if it has a sticker on the front.
It's all stickery. Looks like a craft beer. Who is this made by? Does it say on? It says it on the front. Groundbreaker.
Breaker Brewing. Funny story. Combines sorghum, chestnuts, candy syrup, tapioca, and organic lentils.
Oh my god, that is
Gluten-free
so
beer.
Portland. Is this from Portland?
It's from Portland, Oregon.
Okay, so the first tip-off was that it said the Pacific Northwest is the best thing in the world. That's like, okay, Portland.
That's
Clearly Portland.
I do like their logo, though. Can I say that? It looks like a tractor. That's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, that's nice.
It reminds me of Gordon Biersch. That. You know that microbrewery in the airport?
Yeah. Airport breweries?
Yeah.
They're good.
This
smells good.
What's kind of funny to me with the gluten-free beer so far is that all their ingredients sound horrible. Like, right? It's like nuts, sorghum,
candy syrup.
Like, it's garbage ingredients.
Well,
but then when we have a regular beer that all of a sudden throws crazy shit into it, we're like, ooh,
that's so creative.
Yeah, I know. But this stuff that's made of trash is just like, no.
Okay, it's not trash, it's vegetables. It's different.
I'm sorry. Green trash.
Green trash.
Trash that you eat with meat. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is what my food eats. Okay. Smell, not bad.
Whoa.
It's kind of, the taste? Not... Is it hot? Is it spicy? What's going on there?
I'm not sure. He's doing it too. It just sounds different.
Yeah, no, I feel you. It's got a little bit of a kick to it randomly.
What is that? Is that? Oh, you know what it is?
It's tangy.
I'll tell you what that is. Those are the organic lentils.
The organic lentils
is the only thing they specify. Oh no, that's not true. But basically, organic lentils. Otherwise, it's sorghum, chestnuts, candy syrup, cane sugar, hops. But organic.
I feel like the more that I drink it, I'm not tasting it though.
No, I think it's just the switch from the last one. We should have had a palate cleanser.
Ooh.
Where were we on that one?
We should have. I think this may be more beery than the Glutenberg.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's darker. I think it's a little heavier.
It's true. We just went through palate shock.
Yeah.
It's a technical term we're making up at the moment.
Yeah, so post palate shock, I actually like it a lot.
I agree.
It's maltier. Like what they've all lack obviously is like malt in them. So this actually has a malt taste to it.
Yeah, I think it does. I don't know. I like the heaviness of it, and it's not super sweet like the other ones.
Yeah, it finally finishes.
I think having those first two beers as our first two is like kind of strange because I was like, oh, is this what all gluten-free beers taste like? Just like cider beer?
No, it's actually sugar and lentil water.
as we're learning.
It's sorghum.
Oh my gosh.
So next up, what do we got? This one, another one by Groundbreaker. Their packaging actually looks a little bit better and more craft than the others. I agree with that.
Oh, this is the same one.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
It looks completely different.
Yeah. It's a smaller can, so they're canning in different sizes.
Well said. Way to go. You've had enough gluten-free beer.
Yeah. Cut me off on that
first two beer. Really gotcha.
Okay, so
this is a much smaller beer. They're packaging in different sizes.
Here we go again with this ingredient list.
Podcast gold.
Brown rice, sorghum, tapioca, blackberries, that's good, cane sugar, organic lentils, and hops.
Clearly the same brewery.
It's just the same thing. They just put blackberries in it.
No, it's a different order. That matters, right?
That's true, yeah. Let's see if it actually...
I think this one will be allowed to be more sweeter in my mind because they have fruit in it. Oh, and it looks the same.
Yeah, it
looks like exactly the same.
A little bit of a hue to it, actually, when it pours out.
It's got some purple.
Looks a lot more
some blurk berry.
Yeah, so the head on it has a little bit of the purple pinkish that you would get off of adding blueberries in.
Oh, now I see that color when you pour it.
And to get a little bit of it off the aroma of the beer.
It does.
A little bit of that berry taste. Smell.
I did the same thing. We had the same beer earlier. I could tell.
Taste and smell.
To me, it really does taste like the IPA number 5, except add blueberries. Blackberries. The other type of berry that has.
All right, so to me, it's such a slight hint that, like, why are you even putting it in there?
I don't know how hard it is to develop, like, because the fermentation process has to be different because of the composition of the beers, but I don't know. I kind of agree. There's not much that's being added to this. It would be probably better if they added a concentrate, like something that had more flavor to it. But then you're probably talking about adding things that have gluten.
Yeah.
So.
And then you'd have to add like either more lentils or pita chips, or
Pita chips.
something else to make it oat bran. I don't know.
Oh my gosh! What I just noticed on the number 5 IPA, 6% ABV. Nice job.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like your average craft your beer versus Glutenberg
craft
and the
beer.
other ones 3.2.
I guess I should have said the name of this
good.
one too. It's Olali.
What the?
Olali.
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 Does not say that it has any alcohol in it.
And back to 0.
It says Rose Hip on it. Rose Hip Ale.
Blackberry Rose Hip Ale. Now the interesting thing about that, at no point in the ingredient list does it list rose hips.
They forgot.
Maybe that's the
Overall feel.
appearance of. I don't know.
The appearance of rose hips.
There's a different type of tractor on the front of it. I appreciate the different labeling, but I think it goes to show that you can't tell that they're made by the same people, right?
Would not have known.
Yeah.
Other than the name of the brewery.
I feel like for branding, you should have all
Something
of your
consistent.
different types of beers look, at least related.
Or at least your logo be the same. That's what I'm finding most confusing.
Like different color, different layout, fine, as long as it has the same little tractor.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
So I'm getting more blackberry as I go through. I think
You are?
You were going through palate shock. It's a thing.
Again, yeah, palate shock.
It's a
very, very big thing.
Groundbreaking
totally
thing
exists.
from Groundbreaker Brewery.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking
Palate
ground on
shock.
new beer tests. Words.
We're
I was gonna say text, and then I build on it halfway through. I need a shittier miking, and I think it's better if it's me mumbling in the background.
Just let him go. Just let him go.
The sun's down, just let him go. Let him do his thing.
He'll find his own way.
But definitely more blackberry than I thought from the beginning. I think maybe it's because a lot of these haven't had flavors outside of like the shock of like really sugary or trying to pinpoint what that little taste is.
Yeah.
And it's lentils.
All right, we have one more beer. Let's finish the blackberries and get that last one out here. Another regular size can. Looks like a decent, well-made package.
And you
Some
say
good
whale
design
made.
on it.
Your logo is actually it's a ghostfish. I thought it was going to be a whale. You're going to be really clever.
Whale man. You really wanted that to work.
So this is made in Seattle. Are all gluten-free beers made in the Pacific Northwest?
What happened to your voice?
Maybe that's where all the gluten intolerant people are.
They're all
Does all of Seattle include it?
So when you got a question, you got to take it up at least 3 hours so people know.
One thing that I know about Portland is that they are all very intolerant. So it makes sense.
You went there with your MAGA hat.
This is the worst.
Up and down the
The
street.
worst sub-theme
So
I've ever been part of.
You do one episode of this podcast and get put on a list.
Yeah,
Like, oh yeah, no, we can't never work with him again.
Yeah.
They won't even let me build a wall.
Hard intolerant.
Ghostfish Brewing Company, right?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not the name of it. What's the name of the beer? It's like Shrouded something.
Shrouded Summit.
Shrouded Summit.
Belgian white ale. Transcend your limits. Brewed in Seattle. Gluten free. These are words that appear on the can.
Wait, does it? I hope it says that.
How is it?
It doesn't say these are words that appear on the can, but I really do wish it.
I want to taste it to see if this actually tastes like a Belgian white ale compared to all of the other ones that they say they're pale ales, and maybe one has matched it.
So
Actually, no. You know what? We've only had 2 that said that they were pale ales.
This looks
IPAs.
more promising than all the rest.
yeah, I mean,
That's
it
very
definitely
hazy,
pours
very light.
looking sort of like an Allagash white.
Yeah.
I'm just
Maybe
impressed.
even lighter.
I'm impressed with the head.
A little bit of haze to it.
Oh,
Are there citrus notes? It looks like citrus
a
notes.
little citrusy.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, that's not bad. I think that smells like a Hoegaarden.
Oh,
It does, and I gotta be honest, it's the most beer tasting one of the. I couldn't tell you that this was a gluten-free beer. If you put a bunch of Belgian ales in front of me.
But that's because you're predisposed to Belgian beers being a little sweeter, right?
Yeah.
Like the white ale.
That's true.
But still,
a little bit of a sweetness normally.
There's like a lot of
it's actually
like
pretty
lime
good.
taste.
Yeah, a little bit. This one clocks in about 4.5% alcohol.
How did you do that?
What are the ingredients on there?
4.5.
Let us know.
I can just tell by looking at the beer can.
Ingredients: malted millet, malted rice, malted buckwheat, hops, juniper, coriander, orange peel, yeast. That's it. There's nothing.
Definitely, coriander and the orange come through.
Yeah.
No, you pump that into the Belgian wheats, anyways.
Yeah.
See, I honestly, I can't tell the difference between this and other Belgian wheats I've had.
This is pretty true to form for Belgian ales. I'm actually surprised.
I'm impressed.
It's pretty good.
Those are fairly approachable beers too, so that's a good market for them to be in.
Yeah, I would say so. And I would be pretty impressed if I was, I guess, like out and unable to have gluten, but then like drink this super hazy beer that's a Belgian ale.
This looks like
I think that's pretty cool because like most of them are like so heavily wheated, right?
It's true. I have some other gluten-free friends, and there's like a small private silent cheer you do with your other non-gluteners when you can do something that seems normal.
Yeah.
This would do it.
You just like clink glasses and do a little wink.
Yeah, and you say, we're normal. Literally, that's what you say.
It's an acceptance group.
Yeah. For that one moment.
That thing all normal people say.
Is that what they do in Seattle?
No, nobody in Seattle says they're normal. It's not allowed.
That classic Seattle phrase, keep Seattle normal.
This is such a good thing we're on the opposite seaboard.
Yeah, they can't get us here. They don't want to use the carbon footprint.
Nope.
To get us.
All right, we've had a taste of all of them. We've had a look at all of them. I think what we need to do is take a short break, rate them, we'll come back and we'll see which one of these is the best gluten-free beer.
The absolute best part of the podcast coming soon.
All right, we'll be right back.
So before we actually get into rating them, we forgot to discuss the incredible mascot game on the Shrouded Summit.
Oh, yes. I'm glad that you mentioned that.
And I've been told that I should have the microphone in front of my face. I've made a slight adjustment.
So, Ghostfish. Look at that fish! He looks cool!
That's pretty good analysis, right?
On a scale of 1 to 10 on that fish!
Ha! Nice use of scale.
I did, thank you.
So yeah, I mean, it's a really strong mascot. One thing, none of these have any sort. I guess the tractor's the mascot. So I guess there's just not really a whole lot of mascot game going along in the gluten-free world.
Well, you wouldn't say that a bridge is a mascot? You wouldn't want a guy running around on a football field dressed as a big red bridge?
Well, now that you say that.
I'd pay for
I don't think he's going to win any fights.
He just lays down as a bridge.
Yeah. You have a bull and you have a bridge. You tell me who's going to win in that battle. The bridge will win.
It's very true.
That bull's going to walk all over that bridge.
Through it, maybe, but not on it.
Right through it.
Because I don't know if you noticed, but it's a bucolic covered bridge. It's not just any bridge.
You're way too smart for this podcast. Get off of here.
I said bucolic because it reminds me of booty.
Okay, you can stay on.
Thank you.
It reminds me of Beetlejuice. Remember the bridge in Beetlejuice? That's a reference everybody gets.
Was that? Did you find that delicious? What just happened?
That's the connection you get from doing a podcast together for over a year.
That was mentally delicious.
Like, oh yes, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Can we go back to this Ghostfish?
Ghostfish.
He looks great. He looks like he's flying. I don't know what else about him. He's got a yellow eye.
He's part plane, part fish, part machine, part animal.
I assume that's what all fish in Seattle look like. He's
That's
on
what
a
they
mountain.
I mean,
like Fish Mountain.
He actually has.
One of our next episodes coming up
7
definitely
things.
needs to be mascot beers. We need to go to a beer store, pick out only the best mascots on the beers.
I think Ghostfish should be one of those mascots.
Just go head to
Ghostfish
head.
could be. Yeah.
Off the top of your head, who else?
Ninja versus Unicorn, Pipeworks.
Yeah, that's
Ninja versus Unicorn is a beer?
It's literally got a fancy-ass unicorn with death eyes locked.
Yeah.
The horn is locked with the sword of a ninja. It is phenomenal.
What? Evil Twin has Bushido? Who has... It's like Samurai Jack on the front of their can.
It's a pure rip-off of Samurai Jack, yeah. I think I still have one of those.
That's a good one.
Not a good beer.
But can we go back to beer versus unicorn? Or what is
Ninja.
it? Whatever.
Ninja versus Unicorn.
How's the beer?
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, wow.
They also make one called Lizard King.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They make Lizard King. They make Blood of the Unicorn, too, which is red ale.
Yeah. Might have to pull out some Dark Lord for that episode, too.
So you know what I'm going to want, though, is Gumball Head.
Gumball.
That is the best mascot.
We'll have to bring him back and take a trip to the Midwest to get him.
But you see what we're doing? We're taking trips down memory lanes for mascots because gluten-free beers do not have mascots.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
The best mascots right now are an evil flying ghost fish,
variations on a tractor,
a little aggressive. 2 tractors from the same place,
both different,
and literally just the
words.
Printed word. Oh yeah,
not much going on.
And a bridge. Let's not forget.
All right, so let's get into these beers. Oh man, and okay. So our rating system is for the entire month, so we can see all the beers that we've had this month so far. The gluten-free beers are all at the bottom of the list. Oh, wait, no. I gotta switch these around. Still pretty funny.
Throw it away through the top.
Leaderboard! Switch them up. Whoa. There we go. Okay, let's talk about...
To be fair, it's being stacked against, like, dinner.
But...
Yeah.
No, they're not all at the bottom.
They're not. They're not all at the bottom.
The ones at the bottom are gluten-free. I'll give you that.
New Grist Pilsner. The first one we had was the very bottom.
Agreed.
Yeah.
4.39. Can we say that the packaging is a 3 on there?
The packaging made me mad.
So
like, it makes me angry.
Yeah.
It's so lazy.
It is some just clip art shit.
Well, just
right
the
there,
name alone is bullshit. I can't get past Nougat Gristly.
Yep.
I can't do it.
It looks lazy.
I will say the 2 at the bottom are both slammable, which we said. So the taste isn't
water
too bad, but Redbridge Sorghum. Whew.
I had an existential crisis. Like, it's bad for beer, but it's fine for beverage.
Yeah. Oh man, that's actually a really good point. Horrible beer. It's a good something else, though.
Decent something else. I would not good. Decent something else.
Decent something else. The next up, Groundbreaker IPA. Not bad. I gave that a better taste note, and I think it looks much better. It looks like an amber ale. It's 6% alcohol, so you're gonna get just as drunk as everybody else you're drinking with.
Finally. I think I had Glutenberg below that one, though. I don't know why, but I had it slightly lower than the 2 Groundbreakers. I
think I might have had it, and they're very close here. So Groundbreaker IPA, Olali, and Glutenberg are all in that 6.5 to 7 range out of 10.
It's respectable for a new technology.
It is.
That's not bad. I actually really did enjoy it.
Compared to everything else we've had, that's not bad.
You liked it better than, as I'm seeing here, Maple Nipple.
Oh man, Lawson's Maple Nipple. I wanted
had it going
to like
on with
that
the packaging,
so much.
though, didn't it? The packaging was good.
It won the packaging race, right?
It was pretty good.
It's two
it tastes like maple candy, and I just don't want that in my beer, though.
So, great beverage, not a great beer.
Super creative, great beverage, not a good beer.
See, there's a whole nother story to tell there.
I think it is. But still, even if it's a good other beverage, I'm not going to have it. I'm going to want my beer.
If you want a beer, you want a beer. That's the problem.
So that means the very top of the gluten-free beer episode, the best beer is the Shrouded Summit. 7.63. The goat
Ghostfish.
Ghostfish? Not goatfish.
That'd be the Tom Brady of fish.
Yeah, he is this episode.
This fish makes out with his son in documentaries, just like Tom Brady did.
I'd kiss that fish. All right.
Whoa.
So yeah, what did we give this thing? It's 7.63.
It's actually a good beer. Like I think it's a really good beer compared to even other wheat beers.
Yeah, I think we were all very surprised at how good it actually was.
So as somebody, Ben, that can't have beer normally and has to rely on like the non-gluten options, like actually hard alcohols, like cocktails or ciders, are any of these ones that you would actually revisit?
I would drink our top 3. Our Shrouded Summit, our IPA by Groundbreaker, and our Glutenberg, actually.
Yeah, they're good beers. I mean, I like them.
So you're not going to recommend New Grizzly to anybody?
I'm never going to recommend Nougat Grizzly. Unless we want to like put something in a bottle for a child. Because it's also apparently...
Oh, yeah.
We don't know. There might not be any alcohol in here.
That's true.
We should look that up, huh?
Nah.
Kid beer.
It's child's beer.
Baby beer. By Anheuser-Busch.
Baby beer. They will do that.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a demographic they're definitely aiming towards with that
Hipster
taste.
children.
How can we break the market?
Let's make this taste like candy. 0 alcohol.
I know, lentils.
Made from corn.
Babies love lentils.
Well, babies do love lentils.
Oh my god, we've stumbled across something here. It's so great. Budweiser, please contact us.
Yeah, the new Bud Night, the Bud Light commercials are going to be like gluten-free
babies.
lentils.
Gluten-free babies.
Gluten-free?
Gluten-free babies eating lentils. And then they just poop out beer.
Like,
I can see it now.
How did we get here? How did we hear of this marketing campaign?
Are they listening?
Oh, definitely.
Always.
Yes. We're on their, like, what? No-fly
Do not
list?
serve list.
Okay, before we say anything else stupid, I think this has been a great episode. Thank you, Ben, for coming on
My pleasure.
and drinking with us, talking with us. I'm sorry that we served you some strange beers, but I think you found 3 that are suitable.
More beers to drink now than I've had for the past few years. Thanks to you guys.
I think we've done our job.
I think so.
All right. Well, you can email your questions, comments, and concerns and rants to us at somervillebrewcast@gmail.com, and please follow us on Twitter at SVBrewcast and on Instagram at SomervilleBrewcast. Also visit our website, buy some swag at www.somervillebrewcast.com. Thanks everyone for listening, and until next time, beat, bop, beer.